Lesson 26. Loving Riches to You. Of course, you have heard it said that love is the greatest power in the world, but perhaps you have not yet fully realized just what kind of power love is. Hence, I shall emphasize the truth that love is the only power in all the universe that holds all things together. Naturally, when you want riches, you want them to be held to you, and so love, the only power which does this, is very important in relation to riches. Strange as it may at first seem to you, possession of riches and wealth centers around debts, money, and yourself. For instance, you cannot hold properties you have, nor even enjoy your income, unless you can handle the problem of debts. You cannot get the things you want, whether it is a toothpick or a castle, without using money or its equivalent to pay for them. Then also, all positions and income in life, whether in the world itself or in the particular organization, depend on your consciousness of your own soul. Hence, debts, money, and yourself are the only three basic elements of all riches and abundance. When these three problems are rightly handled, all other problems of abundance are solved. All trouble about debts comes after the debts are incurred. The trouble is always due to lack of love and appreciation. It always starts within the soul of the person in debt. It is the burden of debt which makes it hang on to you, because the burden is the worry within your mind. You worry because you do not know the true nature of debt, and hence fail to love it. Debts are the proof of the trust of man in man. They are evidence of brotherhood faith. Love them for what they truly are. Love sets you right about debt. Most people complain, and some even whine about paying interest. This is most unjust, and when one is unjust with himself, he gets into trouble over his debt. God does not reward such injustice. For my part, I shout for joy every time I have a chance to pay interest, and I mortgage every property I have for 2/3 of its value. Do you wish to know why? I do so because I know that I am I. I know that I am radiating from God. I know that He supplies me with all His intelligence, wisdom, and common sense. I can get money to use by paying 6 cents a year for the use of $1. That is only 0.5% a month. And I know that God's intelligence can lead me to use that dollar so that it will make at least 10 cents in a month. If I did not know it, I would discredit God's intelligence in me. And when you think of it, you know that you can do it if you are wise instead of foolish and loving instead of complaining. You know that if you take $1 from your bank and use it wisely for 30 days, you can make at least 10 cents. That is profit at the rate of 120% a year. So every time I pay 6% interest, I shout for joy. Debts are evidence of human trust. God is wisdom. You are you. When you love debt as an evidence of brotherhood love, you free your mind from all worry. When you are freed of worry and trust in the God in you, you can easily work out the solution of debt problem. Is money an economic savior? If you want money to hold to you, you must know its real self and love it. If you do not do so, it will always try to keep away from you, just as you try to keep away from the person you think you dislike. Since you do want money, be spiritually honest and admit that you love it. Money is not the root of all evil. What the Bible does say is this: the love of money is the root of all evil. The Greek word, which is wrongly translated love in this particular verse, is never translated love in any other verse in the Bible. The word used in this verse means lust. There is a difference. Lust lacks all idealism. Love is the greatest idealism. The Bible is right. It is the lust of money which is evil. Certainly, I do not wish to lust after money, but I do wish you to know its true self, and to love it so that it will be held to you. Money is the divine savior of time and energy. You live in California, you raise oranges, you want this book. Mr. and Mrs. Town live in Massachusetts, they publish this book, they want oranges. It would waste a lot of time and energy for you to travel to Massachusetts with your oranges to trade them for this book. And it would waste a lot of time and strength for Mr. Town to travel to California to exchange this book for your oranges. Money is the divine savior of time and effort. Love it sincerely and make no excuse about your love for it. If you do, it will try to keep away from you. Love money for what it is. First, it is the divine symbol of service rendered, and second, it is the savior of time and effort. It will be held to you if you love it truly and honestly, for love is the only power which holds things together. You are the center of your wealth. Many a person writes me something like this: all my affairs are held up because I cannot sell my house. I've been trying to sell it for a whole year. I'm holding the price at $5,000 because it is worth it. I've been offered $4,800, but refused because I didn't want to lose the $200. I've been holding to the truth that it will sell at my price because it is a just price. Will you help me? To such a letter I reply, my dear soul, you have not been holding to the truth at all. The truth is, you are worth at least 1,000 times as much as your house. When you wait one entire year refusing to sell at $4,800 instead of $5,000, it means that you think so little of yourself that you are willing to sacrifice what you most want to do for $200 and to sacrifice it for an entire year. If you think that your own capacity is worth so little, of course, you get little out of life. Why, with $4,800 plus God's wisdom in you and your faith in God's guidance, you can make twice $200 each year. If you love your little toenail more than you love your life, you will sometimes save your toenail and lose your life. Such an attitude is not in line with God at all. He radiates you in all His power and demands that you express yourself. Oh, turn yourself in the right direction. Whether it is the problem of property or position or salary or attainment, place the real value where it belongs. Properties, positions, incomes, and salaries are merely expressions of yourself. Look to yourself first. Recognize your own value, then base every transaction in life upon it, and riches shall be yours. Love yourself most. In your life, you are the supreme spiritual value and the supreme economic value. There is no other basis for your riches. God created all things and loves all things. I love all debts as proof of brotherhood trust. My love frees my mind of fear and worry. I set my soul at work to solve the problem of my debt, and it shall be done. I want money, and I honestly love it as the savior of time and energy. I bind it to me by my love of it. I know that I am the God of my universe, of positions and profits and salaries and incomes. I am I. On that basis, I make all these things revolve around my soul, and they are mine.